Hello everyone, welcome back to another video from DronaHQ. In this video, we are going to see how to use our new functionality, which is a REST API present in our data query. I want to generate the data in this control. Now, how to get the data? I will be using some free APIs, so which will help me to get the details of like a temperature and humidity and place and much more. So for that, I will be let's start from data queries. Okay, so the REST API. So under data queries, I have the REST API option. This enables you to quickly configure any sort of REST API into your application, provided that it shouldn't have much more complicated authentication method, and basically open APIs as well as basic auth like username password is much more favorable to use in the by using data query REST API. So let's do this as temp. Let me name this as temp. Every time the variable changes. Okay, so this is my API tomorrow, weather time, real time, and advanced. Actually, let's test it what I'm getting. Let's see. Invalid auth. Okay, so I will be using key, API key. Okay, now let's do a test. Okay, now I need to provide some parameters like what actually details I want to get. So what I'll do, I'll add a parameter, let's say location, and my current location, let's say Delhi. Now let's do a test. Awesome. So you can see that I'm getting all these values. I mean, I have temperature, I have snow intensity, visibility, location, and also humidity. I'll go to transformation. I'll write in JavaScript, which will help me to get my required attributes, or you can say required pointers. So what, like, I want the humidity, I want the temperature, I want the place. So let me just, so before that, let me actually check the raw answer. This one, we have location, latitude, longitude. See, so what I'm doing, I'm taking a constant and taking the values of temperature from data. I'm doing a traversing and getting the humidity, I'm getting the time, and changing the date and time differently. So it's not coming in a single matter, but in a different way. So, and the output object I want is to be temperature Celsius, humidity, time, date, and location. Now, let me just run this quickly and see what result I'm getting. Awesome. So I'm getting temperature Celsius, I'm getting humidity, I'm getting time, I'm getting date, as well as location. Now for the location name, you can see I'm using a very simple method. It's like data.location.name.split and 0. So why I'm doing, because if you see my raw response, I am getting the location.name, and the first part I want to fetch the first part. It's like Delhi and India. I don't want to provide the India, I just want to get the Delhi. So for that, I'm using this particular functionality of JavaScript, which is known as split function, and also using trim. Okay, now let's do and run and save. Let's see what we get. Awesome. Let's do test and save. Okay, so our first REST API data query is ready, and to be honest, that's it basically. But I want to do provide it some customization and some more tweaks, like the location at the start. Okay, I'm giving it a static, but what if the person writes the location, like if someone is from New York or someone is from other part of the country, right? So for what that I'll do, uh, I'll come to query. Okay, before that, let me get the current location. I will be using GPS control, which is I'll just give it allow and make it hidden. Okay, data query. So I'll add a simple variable which will have location, right? So this is like a current location, nothing more. and it will have nothing but GPS. So this is my current location, and l- it is coming as longitude and latitude, which actually doesn't create any much more difference. If I just click on save and get back to temperature, and right here under advanced, all I have to do, instead of writing Delhi, I'll just do it as location, right? So this location is basically using the keyword to get the variable data. Now if I just do test, will it work? Let's see. Okay, I'm getting data. If I just click on test and save, let's see. Okay, so I'm getting data again. So temperature, Celsius, humidity, time. That's awesome, right? So I made the input as variable. Now final part, the final part which I want is that you can see here this image, right? I this is a static image. So if I just click on this particular control and just come here, you can see this is a static image. I'll come to data queries again, and this is actually quite simple and straightforward method. I'm just using a JavaScript method data query, and right here I will name it as, let's say, insert link, right? And this will be having data, right? So I'll be using this particular variable as temp dot temperature, and you can see I'm getting the temperature as 16.63. And to evaluate this, I will write a very simple JavaScript code. Mm, so if temperature is greater than, let's say, 20, else, right? If the temperature is greater than 20, I want output. Oh, sorry, output equals to output equals to. So right here I will provide basic icon links. So I have this icon. Let me copy image link. So if it's less than 20, if it is greater, I have this good looking sun. Copy image link. Right here. Let's do a test. So right now I have degrees as 16.63. So it should give me this snowflake.png. Let's click on test. I have snowflake right here. Cool. Let's do save, and it's done, right? So our data query section is all ready. Now all I have to do is bind it to my control and make it available as dynamic. So this New York, it's in color, so I don't want that. Face font, I want it to be white itself. Okay, cool. So you can see that I have more properties right available here also. So if you want, you can make changes according to your own will. So it's all up to you. And next, in the bind data section, so the first part is city name. This should be remain empty as the user will provide it. Okay, so temperature image will be link. What is the name? It is name insert link. Sorry. So it should be insert link, and click on save. Awesome. And let's click on temperature. So this temperature will be temp dot temperature degree Celsius. Okay. So the degree Celsius, I made it hard code, so that won't make any much more difference. Okay, so it's coming. Good. And place, let's do is temp dot location name. Okay. So currently I'm not providing it any location since it's coming as from the GPS control. So let's skip it for now. Let's save it. And humidity. Okay, so for humidity also I'll use some simply temp dot humidity and a person sign right outside. So it's 91% humidity right here. Let's click on save. Okay, cool. So this was our whole binding method. Now final part will be to trigger this. Now so I'll just go so for triggering action, what I want that whenever the user enters a city name, it should trigger the whole data query, the REST API, and change the location variable too. So what I'll do, I'll just click on event, search, click on plus, set. Okay. Now if you remember, our data query for REST API works on location and location works on variable. So I want to first change the variable name. Set data query values, select data. It is location, right? And value. So this will be our weather card dot city name. So at the moment it's blank, which is no issue. So now we'll put up a simple action name, which I want it to be set location. Now this action block will change my location variable to whatever the user put up as an input. And next part is simply when the variable is changed, I want to run the data query. And to do that, I have a very straightforward action block, which is run data query. Select my data query which with the REST API, that is temp. Click on continue, finish. Awesome. So let's save it and do a preview. And here we go. We have a status of 200 and the current location for my longitude and latitude, the degree Celsius is 19.13. Now if I change it to some other city name, let's say Mumbai, and click on this search button, it's showing me that it is 33.5 degrees Celsius in Mumbai's suburban and with a humidity of 21%. And I will be back again with more tutorials and guides from DronaHQ. Thank you.